Play that ghetto noise somewhere else. The voice cuts through the city buzz like a slap. Siena freezes mid-song, her fingers still on the guitar strings. She looks up. The man's already towering over her white, mid-40s, expensive suit. Clenched jaw. His voice is loud enough to stop traffic. People are trying to shop, not listen to your begging soundtrack. Siena opens her mouth, but the words stick to the back of her throat. I'm not bothering anyone, she says, too soft. He laughs bitterly. You people always say that. A few onlookers glance over, then look away. Siena tries to smile. Through it, I'm just playing music. You call that music? He scoffs, stepping closer. You want to be on the street like this? Fine. Then it happens fast. He lunges forward, hands on her guitar. She grips it tightly, instinctively. Please wait, but he yanks it free. Crack, the guitar smashes against the pavement, the sound. Hollow, violent. Wood splinters scatter across the sidewalk like bones. Silence, total. Ringing silence. Siena drops to her knees. Her fingers tremble as she reaches for the pieces her father's guitar. The only thing that ever made her feel safe. The man straightens his tie, breathing hard. A couple gasps, one phone raised to record. But no one steps in. No one says a word. Siena's voice breaks. Why would you do that? He sneers. Maybe next time you'll keep your noise to yourself. A beat. Then he turns his back on her like she's not even human. Steps over the wreckage. Walk away. She's left crouched on the concrete. Arms around what's left of her music. The strings hang loose, disconnected just like she feels inside. Siena whispers the words like a confession. It took me 2 years to buy this. She runs her fingers over the jagged edge of the broken wood, careful not to cut herself. It still smells like her dad's workshop. Like cedar and hope, a tear slips down, but she wipes it away before anyone can see. Behind her, the man's voice echoes from down the sidewalk. He's on the phone now, laughing. Some street act, just lost her toy. What? No, I didn't touch her. She threw a fit. Siena stands slowly, cradling the broken guitar like a body. She looks around at the people watching. None of them move. One woman looks like she might say something, but DOESN single quote. T.SIEN forces her shoulders back. Try to speak. Can someone please? Nothing. A man with a pretzel cart shrugs. Not my problem. And just like that, the street moves on. Cars drive by. Laughter returns. The next song starts from across the street. Another busker. A white girl with blonde curls, untouched. Siena is still standing in the same spot, still holding what's left of her dream. Phones captured it. No one intervened. People saw the injustice, racial profiling, harassment, humiliation, and did nothing. Microaggressions wrapped in silence. Complicity. Dressed as convenience. She stares down at the sidewalk like maybe she dropped something else. Maybe someone will circle back. Maybe this didn't really happen. But her guitar is broken. Her hands are shaking. And the world just watched her shatter. You don't belong here anymore. The words still echo in her chest as Siena blinks awake, curled up on her friend's couch, her back aching from the springs sticking out beneath her. She doesn't respond. She doesn't have to. The note on the fridge said it clearly enough. I love you, but I need the space. Siena folds the blanket, careful not to leave a trace, her duffel bags already packed. There's no argument left in her. Just the ache. She grabs her guitar case and slides out the door without a sound. Her phone buzzes overdue rent. Unpaid tab at the rehearsal space. Ignored voicemails from a label she walked away from after they tried to rebrand her as urban edgy. She left their stage, but now she has none. She sets the case down on a bus stop bench and unlatches it like it's made of glass. Her fingers glide across the necks, smooth familiar. It still has her father's fingerprints beneath the varnish. He built it before cancer stole his voice. You carry the song now, he told her. So she did. Every chord she plays is him. She checks the tuning by ear, no app, no tech, just memory. Her own version of survival. A couple passers-by glance, but no one stops. It's just a girl with a guitar, a girl with no address, but music. That's the one thing she still owns. She slips the flyer from her backpack, like it's a secret. Open mic. Winner performs with John Legend. She's held onto it for weeks, greased, almost unreadable. The entry deadline's today. She glances up at the skyline. Concrete, glass, silence. The city doesn't see her. Not really, not when she's walking, not when she's singing, not even when she's screaming inside. But that stage, that mic, that's the one place where no one can talk over her. She slides the flyer back into her coat and keeps walking. One corner, one shot, one set. She doesn't say it out loud, just hears it. In her head, they hear a stereotype before a single chord. She's not a singer. She's that girl with the attitude. Not a musician, just some angry black girl with a guitar. It doesn't matter how many scales she mastered, how many nights she played through bleeding fingers. They don't hear her, not really. But maybe today, someone will. Maybe today she'll make them listen. She's so talented. The words drift across the street, loud and excited. Sieno looks up from her open guitar case. It's the girl across from her white blonde denim jacket, barely 3 chords in and already drawing a crowd. People are laughing, clapping, and tossing bills without hesitation. Siena watches a man drop a 10 into her case. You've got real star power, he tells the white girl. She giggles. Thanks, I just started last year. Siena exhales slowly, then steps into position, tightens her scarf. Check her tuning. No effects, no gimmicks, just her. She presses, her palm against her heart, like she always does before a set. Then I started to play. She doesn't expect applause. She just wants to be heard. She's 2 verses in when it starts. Whispers eyes that flick down and look away. A group of college-age guys pass, one of them muttering something under his breath that makes the others laugh. A woman dragging a stroller crosses the street early to avoid her. Another man stops. Siena thinks maybe he's going to listen, but he just squints, then turns to his wife. Too loud. Not my taste. Siena keeps singing, keeps smiling, but something shifts in her chest. Not anger, just tired. The kind of tiredness that comes from being visible only when people want to judge. You weren't invisible the rest of the time. She powers through the chorus anyway, because that's what she's always done. A pair of security guards approach from behind. One taps her amp with the back of his hand. Turn it down, we've had complaints. Siena blinks. From who? He shrugs. Doesn't matter. People are uncomfortable. She glances across the street. The other busker, still louder than her, keeps playing. Untouched. Sen lowers the volume slightly. I'm just performing, like her. But he reaches down and unplugs her amp. We said what we said. No warning, no discussion, just done. People around glance, but no one intervenes. One couple walks by shaking their heads not at the guard, but at her. Siena stands there, holding her unplugged cable like it's evidence. She wants to scream. I want to ask why it's always her, but instead she says, "Okay," and smiles. Her phone buzzes in her back pocket, text from Live, "They only hear you if you sound like them." Siena doesn't reply. I don't need to, because she knows it in the way. They walk past her voice and stop for someone else's. Echo dots know it in the way silence speaks louder than protest. She coils the unplugged cord slowly, the way her dad taught her, neat, gentle, controlled, not because she's not angry, but because she's had too much practice hiding it. "Can someone please help me?" Siena's voice cracks in the air like a last thread breaking. She's kneeling beside her shattered guitar, fingers hovering like maybe she can fix it if she touches it right. No one moves. The crowd that was watching just thins out, quiet, efficient, embarrassed. Phones slip into pockets. Eyes look anywhere but at her. One guy mutters, "I didn't see what happened," and walks away. She scans the faces. Nothing, not anger, not concerned, just distance. A girl with bright nails whispers to her friend. She's being dramatic, as they step around her like trash on the sidewalk. Siena's hands ball into fists. This isn't just about music. It never was. It's about being dehumanized in broad daylight, while the world watches like it's background noise. And the silence, it's worse than the smashing sound, because silence means consent. Not my problem. The words hit harder than the guitar ever did. Siena stares at the vendor, middle-aged man, grey hoodie, pretending to rearrange his hot dogs like he didn't just watch a hate crime happen. He smashed it, she says, voice small. The man shrugs. I just sell food. Her eyes follow Mark's expensive suit, phone pressed to his ear. Walking like nothing happened. She hears him laugh. I don't care, I handled it. The ghetto chick. She got the message. Her stomach drops. She wants to scream. I want to throw something away. I want someone to yell at her, to say, "This is wrong." Instead, the only sound is a car horn in the distance. That, and her heart, beating way too loud in a city that doesn't hear her. Were you causing a disturbance, ma'am? She turns. A cop. Of course, now they show up. Her mouth falls open. Wait, he broke my guitar. He assaulted me. The officer glances down at the broken instrument like it's a minor inconvenience. No one's injured, right? He ripped it out of my hands. Did you provoke him? What? She blinks. Are you serious? We've had reports of loud music. Some nearby stores complained. She stares at him. Her voice drops to a whisper. This is racial injustice, and you're backing it. The officer sighs. Look, if there's no threat, we can't detain someone for breaking property without a witness willing to file. She gestures wildly. People saw it. Look at the cameras, ask anyone. But the crowd is gone. The cop radios something in suspect left scene. No arrest. Mark turns a corner and vanishes into traffic. Siena's still standing there, holding evidence that somehow isn't enough for the system. Her broken guitar means nothing, and neither does she. She sits on the sidewalk now, knees to her chest. Her fingers are bleeding from gripping the splinters to tight. Everything in her chest is burning, not from the guitar, from being reminded again that no one's coming to help until a soft pair of sneakers shuffle near. She looks up. A kid, maybe 12, holds something in his hand. He kneels beside her, silent, then presses a crumpled dollar bill into her palm. "You're still the best I've heard," he says. "That's it. No pity. Just the truth." Siena swallows. The lump in her throat. He walks away without waiting for thanks. And for the first time all day, someone saw her. Not for the chaos, not for the story, but for the music she was trying to give. Wait, is that really John Legend? Someone in the crowd says it, but it's already too late. The clip explodes online. Again, only this time, Siena isn't alone. She's not crying. She's singing. Her voice is raw. His harmony carries it. The caption says everything. She came back with nothing left and he handed her a guitar. #Let Herpla floods timelines. Celebs repost it. Musicians praise her control. Activists highlight the contrast between silence after the attack and noise now that a famous man is beside her. But Siena doesn't care about likes. She's watching. Who reposts and who doesn't. Mark's face, clear as day in the original video. Turns out, he's not just some rich guy. He's a senior exec at a top media firm. One that just happened to sponsor the open mic Siena had planned to enter. Not anymore. Their official statement is cold and fast. "We do not condone violence or racial discrimination." Mark Rosen has been placed on immediate leave, but people aren't satisfied with a leave. Sponsors pull out. #shift. #fire Mark. #accountability. Now Mark tries to issue a weak apology. Siena doesn't respond. She doesn't need to. The world already has. The second video, resurfaces, not of Mark, of the officer, the one who looked Siena in the eyes and asked if she caused a disturbance, while her attacker walked away laughing. Someone clips it side by side with his badge number. Comments explode. "THIS is why people don't trust cops," she told him. He ignored her. This was racial injustice, plain and simple. He's now under internal review. It's quiet from his side. Funny how brave people act until the camera's on them. Siena stands backstage. Same venue, same mic. But tonight, her name's on the poster. Not as a contestant, as a headliner. When she walks out, the room erupts. She doesn't cry. She doesn't thank anyone. She just holds the new guitar, dark wood, clean strings carved into the side. Let her play, a gift from John, but also a promise to herself. She strums once, then again, and when she sings, it's not for survival anymore, it's for the truth. For everyone who watched and stayed silent, and for the ones who never will again. She stood alone until the world watched. But before the cameras rolled, before the hashtags trended, no one said a word. Not the crowd, not the vendor, not the cop. So now we ask you, would you have spoken up or stayed silent like everyone else?